Everybody said?
Yep. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we remain standing for a couple of moments of silence for the grandmothers of Lauren Ortkeson and Ryan O'Malley, who both teach in the same classroom at the high school. They both lost their grandmothers. And also for Pat Hammond, who lost her mom, Marlon Kaufman, and Matt Hammond, who's a CES teacher. Pat is in our early childhood program at the old elementary school. Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the bills?
I'll make a motion we approve the bills.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor? Motion to approve the minutes of the May 9th meeting?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
I'll second.
All right. Motion's been made and seconded. Any comments on the minutes? No? All those in favor? Thank you. Do we have a student rep this evening?
I don't believe we do.
They've been rare this year. PTA? Special needs? Wow.
Oh,
CTA?
Nothing to see.
Wow.
wow.
Mr. Superintendent?
All right, thank you. Tonight is a special night. We're recognizing the Clinton Middle School Sousa Honor Band participants. So we've asked Robin Quist to come forward and tell us a little bit about this and then introduce these award-winning students.
All right, the John Philip Sousa, as you know, John Philip Sousa is considered the American March King. And he was conductor of the Marine Corps Band and wrote 167 marches in his career. And there's festivals throughout the country. We're in the New England Division, and this festival happens every 2 years. If you would like to participate in it, we've probably done it about 5 times since 2002. If you'd like to participate in it, you have to learn a solo and record it, and then your teacher has to write a recommendation, and you have to fill out a registration form. And then if you are accepted, it's a 3-day festival. This past 2 times it's been held at Gorham High School in Gorham, Maine. Before that it was in Harvard, Massachusetts. And you might have remembered that our students, when we did the Harvard Festival, they were commuter students. But I really have to tell you, it's a whole lot more fun to do the stay away from home for a couple nights, and they really don't have a whole lot of time in the hotel. We got there and registered about noontime, and by 2 o'clock they were going through expectations and rules. And then there were 123 participants divided between 2 bands. They were, the conductor for the high school band is the head of the music department from Purdue University. And the junior high band director came from South Carolina this year and has an incredible program down there. So they got to rehearsal about 2:30 Thursday afternoon, and they rehearsed till 5. Never having, we did get the music before, but we looked at it and we played through our individual parts, and I didn't have a score. So they had some familiarity with it, but they didn't know their parts super well. At 5 o'clock, they had an hour off for dinner. Then they went back into rehearsal from 6 to 9 that night. We get to the hotel about 10. They had an hour till they had to go to bed. And they got a wake-up call at 6:45, and they had to be on the bus back to Gorham High School for 7:30 in the morning. They had breakfast, lunch, and dinner that day. They had some sectionals where teachers They came with students, ran sectionals, so I ran a clarinet sectional for both the junior high band and later for the senior high band. They had a chamber ensemble from the University of Maine. The kids hadn't, some of the kids didn't know what a chamber ensemble was. And they're college students, so it was kind of a nice stretch that they could imagine still playing their instruments in college. So they performed for them. And then they ran some clinics for them. So that was a learning experience for both. I was listening to the clarinetist do the clarinet master class, and he hadn't quite figured out as a college student that he needed more material. He didn't have enough material, so after about 30 minutes he was scrambling. It was like, jump in and kind of help you get through this. And so I had a chance to team teach, but yet, you know, trying to throw it back to him. You lead the group. I hear a problem here. So that was exciting for them to see college students still playing their instruments. Friday night, back to the hotel, same thing. Saturday morning, got up. They had rehearsals, so they get to listen to each other's bands perform. And then they listened to the chamber ensemble perform. And then they played a concert at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it was a whirlwind experience for them. And they all came back better players. It was nice for them to figure out that they had to meet new people. They had to sit next to somebody they didn't know. They had to share a stand. It was exciting, and we got these neat T-shirts, and they've been wearing them. They're looking forward to the festival in 2 years, and it looks like it's going to be back in Massachusetts, but far enough away so we could still stay there. So, some of our students had other things to do tonight, so I'd like to call up Olivia Chow. She's our trombonist. She comes and she helps with 5th and 6th grade band on Discover Day. And then you get to have this, and then you get to shake each one of their hands. She was line leader today, out for our first day out for marching band, working on the Memorial Day program. And she did a great job of keeping the 5th and 6th grade trombonists in line, or at least she said attempting to. Next is our clarinet. These are in no order, by the way. Our clarinetist, Gabby Cronin, and Gabby also comes. She's in the band room every morning at 7:30. Practicing her clarinet or inspiring the younger students. Next, Alyssa LeBlanc is not here tonight. She's our alto saxophonist. She had a soccer game tonight, and she said if I could make it rain tonight, she'd be here. Fortunately, I don't have that kind of power. It was interesting, you know, I would check in with them periodically. I sat through a lot of their sectionals. I found myself, as I walked in, Tom Reynolds, who is the director in Harvard and who's one of the movers and shakers for the Sousa Festival, as I walked into the junior high band room to get my kids settled and help them figure out where they should be, he said, "Robin, you don't mind being band manager for the junior high group, do you?" So I spent a lot of time in with the juniors, and Alyssa said one afternoon after they played for about 2 hours straight, she said, "Miss Quist, I will never complain that my lip hurts in band ever again." So I will see that she gets this. The next one is another trombonist, Keith Meifert. Keith also is learning tuba. And we have a tuba at the high school because Raul, who's doing your video for you tonight, originally started on trombone and then went to euphonium and now plays tuba. But we did not own a tuba at the middle school. And maybe you remember last year as we were preparing for the asbestos removal program that you gave permission for us to recycle some very tired instruments, worn out instruments, broken beyond repair instruments, and we recycled 43 of those. And with that, with the proceeds, we were able to purchase a used tuba through the man that came and collected our recyclables. And Keith has been working on doing both.
Wow.
And then another trombonist is Emma Brule. Emma, again, plays almost every day and mentors our 5th and our 6th graders. Exciting things are happening in the band program. We're having summer band year 2. And we've been getting the word out to other school districts that we hope that students from other districts will choose to join us. I made a connection with Boylston Elementary School. The principal over there, Ace Thompson, was super excited to hear that we were doing that. They're not quite ready to have their own program. And so they're handing out flyers for us to every one of their 4th and 5th graders. So, and then I went to Toronto's concert last week, and they will be handing out flyers as well. It's posted in their band room. So we hope to have an exciting second season of summer band, and that's going to be the last week of July. We've got Memorial Day, and then our students here not only are working on Memorial Day, but they're busy learning high school music so that we can help the high school out for graduation. So, thank you for honoring us and a chance to share the awesome stuff that's happening.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to all of our students and their parents, and we understand if you don't want to stay for the meeting, that is fine. Feel free to leave. Thank you again for coming. Thank you, Robin.
You're welcome.
I guess on to action items, Mr. Chairman. I'm here for another year of begging you that I be reappointed as the FLAC board member for the 16-17 school year.
I'll make a motion that we nominate Mr. Engano to be the FLAC board member.
Second. All those in favor?
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was a tough campaign. All right, now I think I'll put all of these together. We have retirements, resignations, and leave of absence. And I have quite a few. Some of them we knew about, others were a bit of a surprise. But I will not read through each letter, but anyway, these are the retirements to start. Barry Ellison Dreamy, who is our computer technology person at Clinton Middle School, is retiring as of June 30. Nancy Byrne, who has been our librarian here at Clinton High School, will be retiring at the end of the school year. Kathy Duvarney will be leaving at the end of the school year. Kathy was for years and years at Clinton Elementary. She's now Title I at Clinton Middle. Many years in the system. She is retiring. David Liming, I believe he is grade 5? Grade 5 is retiring. And he's too young to retire, but he is retired. And Jody Mack is retiring after 25 years. She is at the Clinton Middle School, and again sent a very nice letter expressing the wonderful people she's worked with over the years. longtime science teacher, 32 years, Clinton Middle School, Kevin O'Loughlin, is retiring at the end of the school year. And finally, Verna Safranik, who is a special educator at Clinton High School, has been here for a number of years. She will be retiring at the end of the school year as well. So those are all of the retirements we currently have in. As far as resignations, we're sorry to see her go. Anna Amaral is the part-time school nurse at Clinton Elementary School. We have 1.5 nurses there, and she will be taking a full-time school nursing position in the Berlin Elementary School, and really did not want to go, but at this point we can only offer her a part-time position. So she is resigning. Also resigning is Ryan O'Malley. Ryan is an ELA instructor, but he's in charge of the EDBD program, the new program at Clinton High School. And he will be leaving, I believe it's for Assabet, to be a regular English language arts teacher. And those are the resignations. And then finally, 2 leaves are being requested. One from Felicia Neely, who recently had a baby, and she would like to come back. She's just letting us know that she'll be back at the middle school in her physical education position in January of 2017. And then Rebecca Goldman Mora is seeking a 1-year leave of absence to spend more time with her children. She has a 7-month-old and a 3-year-old, and she would like to spend more time with them. And she put in for a leave as well that I hope you approve. So that is it for retirements, resignations, and leaves at this time.
We have to approve the
Just the
leave of
leaves.
absence, just
I
the
guess
leave.
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
so can I get a
that's
motion to?
Felicia and Rebecca.
Yeah, to approve those 2 leaves.
I'll make a motion to approve the leaves.
Can I get a second? Somebody?
I'll second.
Okay. Motion's been made and seconded. Any questions, or?
Just, what was the leave for the second person?
Second was just more child leave.
No, the duration? Was it a whole year?
Oh, yeah, a whole year, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So
She
just-
is a ESL teacher.
So it's just 1 year, or
Are there-
she's already been
It's
out?
just 1 year. Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, all of these people have to be replaced. So.
Okay.
Thank you.
All those in favor? Wish them the best. And so I just have a question. Obviously, we know Kathy Fahey's leaving, and Barry and Kathy have worked as a team. So how are we transitioning technology-wise? Are either of them going to stay on? I understand there's somebody over at the middle school now that's.
Yes, yes. What happened, we just talked about it today, that Kathy is leaving at the end of the summer.
Okay.
And so I believe it's this week, both of those positions close on School Spring. So we will interview, probably wait till maybe after Clinton High's graduation, and probably in June. The reason being, Barry has been quite ill, Barry Allison Greedy,
Right.
and has not returned from when he had a mild stroke. So we have Russell Lowe, who's just is basically a sub, working
Yeah.
with Kathy right now. And so what we'll do is, Kathy and I spoke, she and I will interview the new director, her position, which we hope will come on August 1st, and we'll have a month to work with Kathy. And then that person will help interview his or her assistant or aide, the technology person. So we hope this will be done by mid-June. We'll know who's in what position. But as far as taking over for Kathy, that will be probably August 1, and we'll give them 30 days together, and that's probably all we can really afford at this point.
So is it conceivable that as a sort of an end of run, that Kathy can point out what she hopes the transition will accomplish, so, you know, and
I'm sure we
I
can have
think-
her in to do that. We've talked a lot about
Yeah.
that. She'd like to see that tech position kind of a little bit more advanced than what
Mhm.
it is now.
okay.
She'd also like to see, there's a high school teacher who has done a lot of work on her own time, helping teachers with technology problems and things like that.
Mhm.
And so we're thinking of possibly that might be a duty that teacher would be assigned at Clinton High School, rather than pay them a stipend or something. It would just be a typical duty that during that period every day, that person could help teachers who need assistance with technology or any kind of troubleshooting or anything like that. I guess she's very, very good at it. Kathy has recommended it.
Mhm.
And we'll see how that goes. So it would almost be an additional person, but at no cost to the district.
Okay.
So, but Kathy is well aware of it. She's very nervous about leaving this in good hands.
Yeah.
And she's been such a
Well,
fantastic person in all
she's
of
been
this.
she's been an awesome employee, and, you know, I think everybody who's ever had any contact with her always smiles, doesn't matter what the issue is and when the deadline is. She's been there and she's done it, and I think that, and I'd certainly like to hear from her
Okay.
to know that we're in good hands, because her hands are, she has more than two hands relative to most people I've met, and
We
it'll
will
be-
have her in. Maybe we should wait maybe for her replacement and have them both in and
Yeah,
talk about
and,
it.
and her plan for the
Yes,
transition would be
yeah.
great.
All right, terrific. All right, on to policy JLCD. That is in your packet for medication administration to students. Amy, you want to say anything about it, or it's all there?
If
It's-
there's
it's all there.
questions, I'll
Okay.
answer questions.
Did,
Other than that,
did anybody have?
I have a question.
So why don't we have a motion to approve?
So I'll make
and
a
then we-
motion that we accept the policy.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Discussion. So I guess I get a question under section E, it says delegation and supervision. And it says, section applies to school districts which have been registered by Massachusetts Department of Public Health. Are we registered?
Yes, we are.
So we are.
It has to be done every 2 years under a registered nurse's license.
Okay.
And that's to delegate somebody to give an EpiPen of a known allergy or delegate medication, like oral medication on a field trip.
Okay.
But the nurse,
So it doesn't have to be a nurse, is what I'm understanding, is that correct?
what do you mean?
To-
The
when
nurse can
delegation-
delegate to a
some-
teacher that's
right,
going on a
that's what
field
I'm
trip
asking,
and
right.
teach them how
How
to
to do
give
it.
oral medication.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Any
this is
other?
for second reading.
Yeah, any other questions about it? All those in favor then? It's unanimous?
Thank you. Chairman's report.
Okay, just before we hear from the, this marketing subcommittee, I just wanted to remind everybody, we did this a little earlier, the adult ed graduation, which is a lovely affair, is on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Hopefully everybody can make it. And I'd like to have Ed bring us up to speed.
So we had our first kind of official meeting today for the marketing subcommittee. With me, Mr. Angano, Mr. Mendoza. Mr. Angano already started some initiatives with the Telegram with some ads. Actually, Terry, can you pass those around with some of the other school committee members? Take a look. So it's good start. We'll expand upon that type of advertisement. We talked about expanding our relationship with the town in regards to their support for helping us fund to try to pay some of our students that do after hours filming for school content. And I talked to Mike Ward about that a couple weeks ago. He was really open to the idea. He's interested in hearing more about our ideas and proposals because he'd love to get some more content on. I think we had a successful first run with the work that we did on me and Anne Marie and everyone at the middle school, that science fair.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Morrison's class helped us out, and I think it was a really, just a good example of like that's like kind of what we're going for moving forward, that those type of nice, quick 20-30 minute show what the students are capable of. So that's kind of where I see this headed. we bounced around some other ideas, like a monthly news show that would be mostly run by the students, keep everyone up to date on current events at the school, could feature teachers every month, feature students every month. So I mean, we had a lot of progress. Talked about what we're going to do. I think the next step we all agreed on is we have an idea of some things we want to do. We're going to evaluate how much manpower is going to have to go into how many students we might need, how many students editing we might need to be able to fulfill some of those ideas that we have. And then once we have a list of what we'd like to do, what we think it's going to take, then we can talk with Mike Ward at the town again and see what they'll be capable of helping us out with to help us meet some of these initiatives. But I think it was a good first meeting, and we'll be meeting again probably in a couple of weeks. We'll decide on a date.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mhm.
Now, for those of you in attendance that didn't get the background on this marketing subcommittee, I think we came to the realization as a board that there are a lot of great things that are happening in our schools that are invisible. I think people always hear about money issues, and really that only is an umbrella, and I think under the umbrella there's so many good things that are happening that are invisible, and the marketing subcommittee really is going to go about pointing out the things that are going on a day-to-day basis in our schools that are as good as any school around, and I think that so the few things I've seen so far look great, and there are a lot of fun things that are happening, and there are a lot of opportunities within the district that I think the public needs to see and hear about, because there's a lot more. Obviously, we're always interested in the budget, but the things that are happening in the classroom are essential, and I think that the students are getting far more than what we get to talk about here. So anyway, thank you, and I think it's,
I
yeah.
just want to mention, hopefully you saw the ad in the Sunday Telegram, and it was in Sunday's paper. I think it's going to be in another one as well. Mary designed it along with Nicole Malone, who is a graphic artist, and we already got our first phone call today from somebody in Sterling who was very interested in sending 2 students from Sterling to Clinton schools, and we're supposed to take them on a school tour in about a week. It's a student at Clinton Elementary, it will be, and Clinton Middle, so we hope a lot more phone calls come in, but it worked. And then while we're on the same topic, Mary Neely is working on a Realtors open house that was part of my goals from last September, and we are going to have it on Friday, June 10. Mary invited about 50 realtors from all around us, Clinton, all around, and we just want to do a kind of a show and tell, give them a tour of the school, talk about each of our schools, maybe have the principals speak briefly, have some refreshments. These are our sort of frontline people, as we all know. People come to Clinton and they want to buy a home. The first question they always ask is, how are the schools? And so we want to give them a heads up on that. So Mary designed a flyer, a little historical as well. So we're looking forward to that. Plus the ad that's designed something like this is now running on cable TV. It's on our website. The application is on our website. And we're moving. And we got a lot of ideas that Ed and our group has. And also we should say, if anybody would like to join our marketing committee that perhaps has a background in it or something like that, let us know. And we have some ideas, but you may have others as well. So
You should probably send a letter of intent to you, Mr. Ngano.
yeah, that would be a good idea. Give me a call or a letter at the superintendent's office. I think that's it for me.
Right. There's a
I
question.
was just going to say, I know a lot of parents who are marketing professionals and graphic designers that are more than willing to put in some time to help design some fun things and come up with some branding and things like that. And I'm happy to send them your way, but I'll have to.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that'd be
That would be
great.
nice.
Yep,
Thank you.
thank you.
And thank you to the committee. This is great work.
Thanks, Joel.
Yes, I think this is going to produce some fruit. I think, and it's needed. I think I think the staff and the students and the district, need that visibility. and this will be the way to do it. Is there anything under old business? No? I don't have anything in new business. Any public comments?
No, new business?
New business, oh, sorry.
I just wanted to read this. Under new business, we received this letter in early May from the executive director of the Center for Accelerated and Professional Studies at Becker College. And I won't read you the whole thing, but one of our employees, Chauncey Nee, has been inducted as a member into the Theta Nu chapter of Alpha Sigma Lambda. And it's a prestigious national honor society for adult students, recognized throughout the country. It's through community leadership and superior academic performance. She has exemplified the kind of employee, student, and citizen of whom we can be proud. She is a teaching assistant at the Clinton Elementary School, and we received this letter, and so we want to congratulate Chauncey Nee on that inclusion in Honor Society.
Very good, thank you.
We're supposed to read this earlier, the student rep, but the student council for the 5th year in a row now has attained the #1 position in the state for blood collection. Let everyone know that's amongst every school, regardless of size. Quite a feat for 5 years. This crew really stepped up more than the other 4 were fantastic kids, but this crew found out at the beginning of the year that the $1,000 scholarships were not available to the winners this year. In fact, there was $0 available, but they still went for the right reason and really pushed through this year, did a fantastic job. They beat out Ware High School by just 4 units in the end. Over their career, their 4-year career, many of them served as the council for 4 years. They collected 1,527 units. Great job, and you know, the underclassmen do help them, but more importantly, the students here at Clinton High have done a great job. You know, we're just putting some numbers together. We currently have over 10 kids who have given a gallon, and we're actually graduating a kid who's at 2 gallons now. So, overall, the whole school, great support from the administration and the staff who has to put up with the disruptions during the day, but many of the staff are on the table right next to the kids donating, so another fantastic job by them.
Great, thank you.
That's all done.
Robert, just one more thing, that I met with the CTA recently about the student feedback forms, and what I'll do is send them out to you, but we tentatively agreed. Obviously, you people have to accept it, you know, using the DESE forms, the short forms. So I'll send you all the details. Maybe at the next meeting we can formally accept it or whatever. But we had a pretty good meeting. It was about maybe an hour and a half long. They want to use these student surveys for what the DESE, you know, is requesting, self-assessment and goal setting, and you know, we'll get them to you, and we're going to talk next meeting.
Mr. Mayor, one more thing, and Mr. Morris could probably talk a little more about it. The Battle Cry WPI that happened today, this weekend?
Yeah, off-season first event.
Yeah.
You want to say the competitions that never end. It's the 17th year. WPI hosted Battle Cry, which is one of the larger events that are held around the country. Our very own Colleen Shaver, running the robotics program down there, spearheaded this. And we had some other former students working the competition. Tim Baird, I saw Kevin Wright there. And it's a hands-off for adults. We basically hand the team over to the kids. They're the coaches, they're the adults. Any problems, they got to deal with it, and they did a fantastic job. Very young team went in, so it's a great learning experience for next year. There were 58 teams down there this weekend.
Great. Yes.
Mr. Organo probably won't say it, but this Thursday we're welcoming preschool parents to a program at the elementary school. So that's the beginning stages of their parents first coming in. It's our first meeting that we've had this. It was an open house for the preschool parents. We're going to discuss education, finances, all of the preschool program in general. It's a new program for myself and Mr. Organo starting, and we just think it's a great way of welcoming the parents and the new parents that we're going to see for the next 13, 14 years in our district. So we want to open it up to them and ask any questions and make them feel at home. So that'll be this Thursday at the elementary school in the cafeteria.
Hey, what time? Mr. Rillo, what time?
6 o'clock, I believe.
Yes, yes.
6 p.m. Okay.
And then we forgot Memorial Day program, right out front of Clinton Elementary at Friday.
10 o'clock this year.
Friday at 10 o'clock. It's really good. We bring in some veterans. Carol O'Malley is in charge and bosses us all around. And we do some patriotic songs, some patriotic poems. The children sing. It's fantastic. It really is so inspiring. We close off the street, and the parents come from everywhere. They're all over. It's great. It really is. So that's 10 o'clock Friday morning.
We also want to congratulate the seniors as their last day. I believe it is Friday.
Friday. Great class.
All right. Yes.
The middle school band will be performing or playing in the Memorial Day Parade on Monday.
All right.
If you're available to be out on the streets.
Always.
They will entertain you.
We'll be there.
They actually did a very nice job today. Swiss, we enjoyed listening to them play. And also Tuesday night, similar to Mr. Rulo, we're going to do step-up night, welcoming the third grade parents who will have students attending fourth grade at the middle school for the first time on Tuesday night at 6 p.m. at the middle school.
That's terrific. Very good. Thank you.
I know I brought this up before, but I don't know if it's a new tradition that we could ever get started, is walking in the Memorial Day Parade. And I think a
that's
really
great.
appropriate place would be to walk right in front of the band. I don't know where the selectmen walk, but,
We should walk in front of them.
so,
That's Joe's idea.
Hi, sure.
I don't know if anybody's interested in doing that this
Yeah,
year.
I think that's a great idea, Tina.
I certainly wouldn't want to be, one or two of us, but
Right.
if anyone's interested in doing that, I'd certainly entertain it for this year.
Let me know. You guys are game on game.
So let's shame them publicly if they won't say yes.
Is that it?
Make a motion out of it. We can march without it being a quorum.
Okay.
March silently.
Yeah, you can.
But yeah, we can't chalk.
Can't tell.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great idea. I have no idea. It's my wife's birthday this weekend, so if I'm here,
She can march too.
she can march too. All right. Obviously, maybe communicate through Mr. Engano. I think that would be the best way to do it.
Okay.
All right. And then you can feedback what the answers are.
I think we could all don our new
Oh.
Yeah,
There
we
you go. Another good idea.
There you go. All right. Is there anything else that we need? I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I'll second it.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
T-shirt.